What's good, y'all? It's Taj Rockitt, aka Mr. Highly Motivated, baby, aka your favorite Group X and personal trainer, man. We out here at Ventura Cove Park, overlooking the water. About to take flight like Harry Potter this upcoming year, because I got a January 2018 exercise challenge for you all month long. That means you're going to be all month strong, baby, you know what I'm talking about. But the premise of this whole workout challenge I got for you this month is there's going to be 6 exercises. 2 upper body, 2 core, and 2 on your lower body right above the floor. And it's going to be a whole body counterbalancing workout challenge that is going to increase in rounds that you accomplish every single week. I'll break it down at the very end of this video, but I'm going to show you each move with a little bit of individual exercise knowledge and education. And then I want you to get it in and no hesitation, baby. Exercise number 1. We're going to be doing some standing push-ups, baby. So when you get set up in your push-up situation, it's a situation and it's not going to be an altercation because you're going to love it. You're going to put your hands directly under your shoulders. Now, you can either do a standard push-up on your toes or come down to your knees. But the goal here, you're going to do 25 repetitions, maintaining solid torso and just solid overall push-up form. Now, wrists are directly under shoulders. You want to keep your hip flipped like you're trying to bring your belly button to your chin, so it's nice and flat up top so you're not putting unnecessary stress on your lower back. Now, when you pop up, make sure that your scapulas are not dropping. You want to make sure that you're straight from the shoulders all the way down to the waistline, keeping that nice and flipped and asserted. Now, if you're on your toes, you're bringing your chest down, even on your knees, bringing your chest down, but you're stopping at elbow height. And then you're pressing back up. Make sure you keep your eyes down towards the floor, about 6 inches in front of those fingertips. And when you're doing the push-up, push off of the ground like you're trying to explode. Keep your hands screwed into the floor and just make sure that everything stays straight the entirety of the movement. Also, if I was to look down on you, your elbows, you don't want them kicked out to the side. You want to make sure that they're down at a 45, so it looks like from your torso to your arms that you look like an arrow, okay? So that's how you know your arms are in the right position. It'll be an equal distribution between your chest, your triceps, and you'll get a nice compound exercise feeling. So a little bit of everything, keeping the core tight, and you're just going to be stopping right at elbow height, okay? So you're going to do 25 of these. At whatever speed that you please, challenge yourself to change yourself, and then you're going to go ahead and move on to exercise number 2. Exercise number 2, and I'm going to show you what to do. We're going to be executing a pinch and press. So the focus of this exercise is going to be scapular retraction in our mid-upper back. So a lot of this is helping counterbalance the push-up form because we're very front dominant in America as a society. So we want to work on keeping our shoulder blades retracted and keeping nice upper back tension as we are walking and not allowing our front part of our body to overcompensate, okay? So I'm going to show you exactly what I'm speaking on. So for a pinch and press, you actually want to be down on the ground with your chest down to the floor. Okay, so a lot of times you may prefer a mat if you are outside, but you can do this inside. You can really honestly do all these exercises anywhere. Now, you're flipping your hips like you're still bringing your waistline to your chin. You're then going to bring your arms out. You can drop your chin towards the floor. Then I want you to squeeze your scaps to bring your head up off the floor. You're then going to squeeze your elbows off the ground and trying to lift your hands like you're trying to float above the ground. Then that's the pinch. So you're going to pinch and then press, return, and then release. Now, I don't want you to set it all the way down. I want you to keep yourself about an inch off the ground in regards to your arms, so you're staying under tension. You're still gonna do 25 of these to counterbalance the repetitions that you executed with the push-up to make sure that we maintain an evenness in our exercise routine. So, you're gonna be here, eyes are down. Once again, if you're starting on the ground, you're gonna flip your hip, assert your core, lift your chest, squeeze for that pinch, and then press, return, and then release. You're going to do 25 of these, making sure that you're not kicking your neck back and you're keeping a tight, solid, assertive core down in that lower and the entire 8 and all 4. All right, so we're here. Squeeze, release. Squeeze, release. If you have more mobility in your lat muscles, I'd love to see you bring your elbows down a little closer to the lats as if you are imitating a lat pull down with exercise weight. So you'd be more here. And really feel that tension in the entire part of that upper third of your back, all right? So 25 of these after you get done with push-ups, and then you're gonna move on to execute exercise number 3. Exercise number 3, we're gonna do a standard plank hold. All right, so I'm gonna show you what we're talking about. You're gonna come down, face facing to the ground. You're gonna come down on your forearms, and you're gonna once again make sure that you keep your neck in neutral spine. So you're gonna come down, keeping your elbows under your shoulders. Don't let your scapulas drop. Then you're gonna pop up onto your toes, flipping your belly button, just like in the push-up tutorial part. You're gonna flip your belly button like you're trying to bring it to your chin. Now, you wanna maintain this hold for a total of 60 seconds. We're gonna hold this position for a minute. Now, ideally you'll have your arms straight out. You can also bring your hands together if you prefer. Now, as you start to get tired, your scaps will drop, so you gotta make sure you're keeping your chest popped. But your eyes are staying to the ground. Where your fingertips are, that's about where your eyes should be. It'll help you keep your neck in neutral spine, and you wanna make sure that you're driving your belly button the entire time. Now, trying to avoid any lower back curvature or bending will help keep a protection in your lower back. If you have an issue with holding this on your toes, you can always come down to your knees, and you will still feel this execution and exertion in your core, but it will just be a little less strenuous because you will actually minimize the surface area in which you are trying to maintain above the ground by going from those toes to those knees. Now, try to avoid rocking forward or like leaning to the side or falling backwards to put unnecessary load. We don't want to put unnecessary load or stress on a rotator cuff, so just understand that this is a core exercise and that we're trying to focus on not only the main 8 here in the middle, but we're also trying to execute and hold tight into our obliques, okay? So the goal is 60 seconds. If you need to take a break throughout, please do. But I want you to complete the entire 60 seconds, making sure that we keep our back nice and straight. Eyes are down towards the floor, keeping a neck in neutral spine. And then you're going to move on to execute move number 4. Exercise number 4. We're going to be doing hollow body holds with 2 types of flutter kicks. All right, so first flutter kick, you're going to do an up and down scissor type, and then the second kind, you're going to be doing crossovers over and back. But those flutters will be with your feet while you maintain a stiff upper back and sturdy spine while you're keeping your arms off of the ground. Now I'm going to come down and show you what I'm talking about. So you're going to lay on your back for this one. So you're going to do the exact opposite of a plank hold, and you're going to lay down. Now, when you lay down, you're still, once again, flipping your hips like you're trying to bring your waist to your chin, driving that belly into the floor as if you're trying to touch your belly button to your spine. You're gonna extend your legs about 6 inches off the ground to a full extension. You're then gonna take your arms all the way back like you're trying to bring your biceps by your ears, like you're trying to make earmuffs with those biceps. You're then gonna pop your chest off the floor. This is a hollow body hold. You're popping the chest off the floor, so your shoulders and the backs of those scaps there are no longer touching the ground. You're gonna hold and maintain a hold here for the whole hollow body hold, and then you're gonna start to flutter the feet. Now, this is move number 1 of the 2 flutters. You're just gonna do an up and down flutter while you hold this for 30 seconds, okay? Now, the flutters should only be about 4 to 6 inches in each leg, but the big focus here is making sure that you keep your arms by your biceps, your biceps by your ears, and you keep your eyes to the sky. Now, after 30 seconds, you're then gonna crisscross, no applesauce, just over and back with those feet. Now, same thing on the lateral position, you're only gonna move the feet about 4 to 6 inches, keeping the chest up once again, and you're only going to execute each one of these for 30 seconds, so it will be a total of 60 seconds on the hollow body hold. Once again, the biggest thing here, driving your belly into the ground, keeping your shoulders off of the floor, keeping your arms extended, and keeping your biceps by your ears. If you ever need to set something down and take a break, please do, but that means you're also pausing the time and that you still need to execute 30 seconds of each. Now, if you get to a point where you're like, look, my hip flexors or something is just not allowing me to execute it properly, feel free to just choose one of the 2 foot movement options and stay with that, but the goal is still to execute it for a total of 60 seconds. Then you're going to move on to move number 5. Exercise number 5, body weight squats, baby. So with a body weight squat, I want your feet directly under your hips, and then you can heel toe them one time, all right? So you can go from a regular standard set position to a little bit of a wider stance. Now, when you're squatting, I want you to pretend like my fingertips are under your toes. Please don't crush my fingers. So that means your weight is in your heels, and every time you sit back, I want you to pretend like there's a phantom chair back there, and you gotta get your booty in the chair, but the chair is at your knee line. Now, I want your butt to get as low as you can go. Keep your chest up and insert your core. So every time you squat, you're going all the way down, and you should be able to, if you look at my toes right now, I can wiggle my toes. Once again, you're not crushing my fingers, and then you're just gonna stand on up. So the goal here is to make sure you're sitting your butt all the way down. I'll give you a nice side view of this thing right here. It's gonna sit down and then power up. Sit down, power up. See how I'm starting to fall back? That's okay. Reason being, I'm overemphasizing the fact that I wanna sit back in that chair. Keeping the core tight, sit it all the way back, and then power up. The ultimate goal is keeping your chest up. Your eyes need to be up as well, because if your eyes aren't up, your chest will follow where your eyes lead. All right, so either keep your eyes directly in front, or you can have them up at a 45. And if you got some palm trees to look at like your boy, go ahead and check them out. All right, so once again, getting all the way down and then powering up. Do not allow the knees to cave, so you want to push the knees out to allow the outside glutes, outside of the booty cheeks, baby, to do their job. And make sure you're sitting back and down once again like you're sitting in a chair. You got 25 of them. As you get comfortable, start to pick up that speed as you need, and then you're gonna move on to exercise number 6. Exercise number 6, we are finally here, baby. We are gonna do some unilateral work, which means one leg at a time or one side at a time. And we're gonna complete this January challenge with some lunge step backs, baby. So don't relax, because we still gonna get it in, all right? So what you're gonna do, you're gonna step your leg back and you're gonna drop your back knee down. So making sure that you start with your feet directly under your hips. So find those little hip bones. Hey, your little hip bones. Keep your feet directly under there. Keep your shoulder blades rolled back and make sure you're flipping your hip like you're trying to, once again, bring your belly button what? To your chin, baby. Go keep it nice and aligned in the spine. And what you're gonna do, you're gonna start with one leg. Now, the leg that you step back, that arm is also gonna pop up to create a counterbalance for the front leg that stays in the front in that position to hold your body weight sturdy, baby. So you're gonna long step back, drop your back knee, sit down in it, and then power up. Now, making sure that you keep your shoulder blades retracted, and then you will switch legs. Now, when you're stepping back, make sure that you do not allow your chest to drop and you do not hyperextend the back and lean back and look into the sun, because you want to make sure you keep your eyes, baby. All right, so you're going to lean on back and then pop on up. Lean on back and then pop on up. I'll give you a side view, making sure that that front knee of the leg that stays in the front always stays above our ankle, and the angle of our knees should be 90 degrees. Now, you want to make sure your femur, big bone in that thigh. Biggest bone in your body, by the way. Hey, a little bit of game for you in the brain, baby. Make sure that that stays parallel to the floor as you explore a deeper version of the lunge. Now, once again, you're here. Long step, deep, 90-degree bend. Nice stretch in the hip flexor, chest is up, and then you're gonna power up, okay? Then you'll switch, and then you'll power up. You'll notice my torso is sturdy, and we get nice and dirty, baby. So you're gonna do 15 reps on each side, so it'll be 30 total reps on the lunges. Okay, we're gonna do 5 more than all the other exercises that we've been doing, baby. Gotta do a little bit more every single day. And then when you're done with that, hey, there you go. You did one full round of our 6 exercises for our January 2018 challenge, baby. So there you have it, baby. That's your January 2018 workout challenge from your favorite Group X and personal trainer, man, Taj Rockitt. You know what I'm saying? So ultimately, you're gonna do all 6 moves back to back to back to back to back to back. And for week number 1, 1 round. For week number 2, 2 rounds. Week number 3, guess what? 3 rounds. You already know the answer to week number 4. 4 rounds, baby. So each round should not take you more than 8 minutes, okay? And ever should never take you more than 8 minutes, even with the transition time between exercises, because you're going back to back to back to back to back to back. All right, so 2 upper body, 2 core, 2 lower body. I would love if you did them in the exact order that I presented them. Now, for week number 2, week number 3, and week number 4, as you get to the next round, I don't want you to take more than 3 minutes of break between each round. All right, so the 6 moves, you get 30 seconds of break per move. So you get 3 minutes of breaks between rounds when you have to execute another round. Now, ultimately, my goal for you is to execute these moves 5 days a week. Okay, so you get 2 days off. But if you're somebody that's like, it's time to change. It's time to change the way my life is going, and I'm taking control. I'm taking charge. Well, guess what you're gonna do? 7 days a week. No days off for the month of January, and then right before February starts, or on that Wednesday before February starts, I'm gonna drop another workout challenge for the next month. All year, I'm dropping 6 moves, workout challenge. And I hope that you execute these to the best of your ability, because every month is gonna play off the previous month, and we're gonna get it in, and we're gonna change the way that we change the way. You know what I'm saying, baby? So this is Taj Rockitt, aka Mr. Highly Motivated, aka your favorite Group X and personal trainer. It's a no-brainer to get better every day. Do your best, be your best, and I'll see you around the way, baby.